Kondo-san.
Once upon a time, far away from the city, Mother Goat and her 7 kids lived happily in a farm in the forest. The animals that lived in this farm had no owners, so they ran the farm themselves. Every year, one of them would be nominated president. The animals would produce their own food and live together in harmony. They respected one another and tried to do the right thing. Doing so helped avoid any conflicts in the farm. Mother Goat's job was to collect milk from every animal that produced milk, and she sold it in the market. She brought the money to the president so they could use it for the farm's needs. That year was Dog's turn to be president. He was responsible for the farm's security. From time to time, things disappeared in the farm. Everyone knew it was Dog's fault, but nobody dared to say anything because they were scared of his bark and big teeth. Unwillingly, the animals handed over management to Dog with a ceremony.
I don't trust the dog.
He still hasn't found the thief who stole our eggs recently.
He never even looked for them.
It'll be a tough year.
Everyone knew that Dog and the bad wolf who lived in the forest were good friends.
We should all be on our guard. We all have children.
No way! He wouldn't give our children to the wolf.
Either way, we should take precaution.
He might not be good at his job, but he won't betray us.
We'll see about that.
While the farm animals talked among them, Dog was enjoying his new post. Everything was going well in the first few days. The animals went back to their jobs, and business was running as usual. There was nothing to worry about. One night, Mother Goat was awoken by screams, and she immediately went outside to see what was going on.
My children, my babies, they're gone.
What's going on?
Bad wolf kidnapped all the chicks.
But how did this happen?
They all approached Dog. His snores were so loud that they resonated all across the farm. Mother Goat knocked on the kennel's door. But Dog didn't wake up.
I know what to do. Cook-a-doodle-doo! Cook-a-doodle-doo!
Upon hearing roosters crowing, Dog got startled and hit his head in the kennel's ceiling, thinking it was morning.
What? What's happening?
What kind of president are you? Bad wolf kidnapped all my chicks while you slept soundly.
Calm down, everyone. Maybe the chicks went for a walk.
At this hour?
It seems somebody helped Bad Wolf.
No way! You can't look after your children!
Are you not the president? We're supposed to come to you when we have problems.
Everybody back to bed. We'll look for the chicks in the morning.
All animals went back to bed worried.
Something fishy is going on around here. We have to be careful.
The next morning, under Dog's leadership, they searched for the chicks in vain. It seemed as if the poor chicks had vanished into thin air. All farm animals looked for the chicks until late in the evening. But they came back to the farm empty-handed. Mother Chicken was sobbing.
No need for despair. You can always lay more eggs.
Upon hearing this, Mother Chicken lunged at Dog and pecked him many times. That was what Dog had wanted. So he locked Mother Chicken in the coop. All farm animals went to bed early due to exhaustion. After they fell asleep, Dog sneaked out of his kennel and opened the farm gates. In the darkness, Big Bad Wolf turned up.
Where have you been? I've been waiting for hours.
I had to make sure everyone was asleep. You think it's so easy to fool everyone in such a big farm?
Fine, fine. Cut it short.
What do you want this time?
The goat kids.
They cost a lot more.
The Big Bad Wolf gave all he had in his wallet to Dog.
There we go.
Just show me the goat's place already.
The wolf stealthily approached the house where Mother Goat and the kids lived. The Bad Wolf went directly to Little Goat's room and began putting them in the sack. The startled goat kids huddled quickly and started screaming as their mother had taught them to do in such an emergency. Wolf was shocked, but wasn't about to give up on his prey. He leaped out of the window with the sack on his back and fled. Mother Goat, who had woken up due to her kids' screams, understood what happened and immediately ran after Wolf.
Help! He stole my children! Help!
Mother Goat, along with Cat and Rooster, began to tail Wolf. Not long after, Wolf disappeared in the darkness of night. Mother Goat sat on a rock and started crying desperately. She heard her baby's screams, but unfortunately, she couldn't reach them. Just then, they heard wing flaps above them.
Hey, follow me. I can see them.
Mr. Owl could see Wolf thanks to his night vision. They followed Owl to Bad Wolf's den.
Come on, let's attack the wolf and save them.
No. We should come up with a plan first. Mr. Owl is faster than us, so while we distract the wolf, he can fly back to the farm and get help. We can all attack and beat the wolf.
Owl flew back to the farm. Mother Goat, Rooster and Cat approached the house window, and they saw Wolf and Dog shaking hands.
Now everything makes sense.
What are we going to do now?
We'll wait for help to arrive.
Meanwhile, the little goats tried to make sense of the situation. The youngest ones were so afraid they began to cry.
We have to do something.
We have to remain calm.
Shh! Don't you cry now. Remember what Mom taught us?
Stay calm. Be brave. Think and act.
Yes, that's right.
I have an idea. Listen to me.
The little goats kept whispering and giggling among themselves. After their talk, one of them knocked on the locked door.
Hey, Bad Wolf, look over here.
The wolf approached the door.
What? What do you want, you scoundrels?
We have to go to the toilet.
Toilet? You can hold it in. Be patient. I'm taking you to the market to sell you all.
Suit yourself, Bad Wolf. There are 7 of us. Think of all the mess we're gonna make.
Bad Wolf and Dog looked at each other.
You're scared of 7 kids?
Wolf unlocked the door, and they took the kids to the tree across the house in a single file. In the meantime, Mother Goat saw what was happening.
Come on, do what you have to do, but be quick.
Not with you looking at us.
Yes, you have to turn around.
Fine. Fine. Be quick.
As soon as they turned around, one of the kids rammed Wolf and the other rammed Dog so hard that they were startled. The other kids began to butt the 2 accomplices.
There's my babies. Come on, it's our turn now.
Cat leaped out of the tree where he had been hiding and lunged at Wolf and scratched him. Rooster pecked at Dog's head with all his strength. The last hit came from Mother Goat with a mighty headbutt that sent both Wolf and Dog all over the ground. Rooster and Mother Goat were so happy to be reunited with their children. Rooster took his chicks under his wing to warm them up. Mother Goat hugged her kids and kissed each and every one of them.
My dear children, I'm so proud of all of you.
Owl took all the farm animals to the scene.
There they are.
Mother Goat told the animals everything. Everyone learned a lesson from it. From now on, the president of the farm was to be selected instead of taking turns. There would also be a farm council in which the farm animals would be able to make sure the president is doing a good job. They also decided to kick Dog out of the farm. Mother Goat was elected as the president because of her courage. Everybody returned to their home and lived happily ever after, except for Wolf and Dog. Once upon a time, far away from the city, Mother Goat and her 7 little goats lived happily in a farm in the forest. One day, the farm animals woke up to something that sounded like grunts coming from the forest. They had never heard this before.
What's that noise, Mom?
I don't know, dear. We'll find out soon enough.
Mom, I'm scared.
Me too. These sounds are scary.
Mother Goat put on some clothes so she could go outside and find out what was going on.
Stay here and wait for me. Do not open the door for strangers. Understand?
Understood.
Mother Goat left home and went to meet with the other animals of the farm. But the noises were getting louder and scarier. The scared little goats hid under the table.
We have to find out where those grunts are coming from. Chickens aren't laying eggs and cows are not producing milk because they're afraid.
Yes, we have to find a solution immediately. Otherwise, we'll starve to death.
Just then, the noise stopped. And everything went back to normal.
What just happened?
Hooray! It's gone. Everything's back to normal.
Still, we should look into it.
Is that really necessary? See, it's gone.
What if it happens again?
We'll find a solution then. Don't be so pessimistic.
Come on, everybody, get to work.
All animals went back to work as if nothing had happened. The next day, they woke up to those dreadful sounds again. Like the day before, the sounds died down at noon. Nobody but Mother Goat was worried. Mother Goat was bewildered. But there was nothing she could do. Concerned, she went home where the little goats were awaiting her.
Mom, what's happening? We don't know, honey.
Is no one doing anything?
Crestfallen Mother Goat looked down. It was upsetting not knowing what to tell her kids. As it got dark, everyone at the farm went to sleep. 7 pairs of eyes were wide open in the dark. The kids couldn't sleep.
We have to figure this out.
But how?
Investigate and head in the direction where we heard the noise.
The guard won't let us out this late at night.
But how do we get out without being seen?
I have an idea. Listen to me.
The old guard was dozing off. Suddenly, he saw 3 big silhouettes approaching. He immediately stood up and pointed the flashlight at them. The little goats were wearing Mother Goat's clothes. They had climbed on top of each other so they could look bigger.
Who are you? Where are you going at this hour?
We are craving fresh grass. There's none left at home.
I can't let you out at this late. It's dangerous out there.
If we don't eat, we won't have the strength to work tomorrow, right, girls?
The guard didn't know what to say. It was the first time he had to deal with something like this.
All right, you can go, but come back quickly.
The mischievous little goats disappeared into the night. They got off of each other behind the first tree and went toward where the noise came from during the day. They walked for a long time and finally they arrived at an empty field illuminated by huge lamps. There was heavy equipment, building materials, and chopped down trees everywhere.
This doesn't look good.
We should tell Mom about this.
No, you won't be telling anyone. I'll chop every tree in the forest and sell the lumber. I'll be very rich. You nosy brats can't stop me.
We should have guessed.
The wolf tied the little goats firmly and locked them in a room. The poor kids were so scared, but they didn't show their fear in front of the wolf.
We have to get out.
How? We must stop the wolf from destroying the whole forest.
Can anyone think of something?
There, we'll be free.
First, they nibbled on the ropes, just as their mother had taught them. The ones who broke free helped free the others. Then they climbed on top of one another to reach the air vent and climbed out. There was no one in sight, but they could hear the wolf snoring. The little goat sent 2 of their siblings back to the farm to tell others about it.
If he cuts down all the trees, all the creatures in the forest will die too.
We must stop him.
How?
They huddled and whispered their plan to each other. Meanwhile, 2 of the little goats reached the farm. Unfortunately, the old guard had fallen asleep, so they couldn't get inside. The fence was too high for them to jump over it. The little goats came up with a solution. While one crouched, the other one got on top of its back to jump over the fence.
Come on, inside!
The 2 little goats ran to their house and woke their mum up. They told her everything they had seen and what had happened to them.
Come on, let's get to work.
Meanwhile, at the construction site, 2 little goats found glue among the building materials and poured it all over the wolf who was sleeping. The other 3 little goats climbed on the backhoe, an excavating machine. While one operated the steering wheel, the other one sat on the brake and accelerator pedal. The third one operated the machine's massive loader. The little goat that operated the steering wheel turned on the ignition and the machine roared to life. The little goats were nervous, but they were determined to put their plan into action. The little goat in charge of the pedals pushed down the accelerator, and the machine started to gain speed. The third little goat operated the machine's loader. The wolf woke up when he heard the noise. He immediately realized what was happening.
You miserable goats, so you managed to escape!
No matter how hard the wolf tried, he couldn't get up. He didn't understand what was holding him back. In a final effort, he lunged forward, and his fur got stuck to the bed due to the glue the little goats had poured. The wolf ran after the backhoe. He stopped in front of it just as the machine was about to enter the area where all the lumber and chopped trees were.
Stop right there, you miserable goats!
The little goats brought the machine to a sudden stop.
Look at the wolf! Look at him! Look at him!
The wolf looked back and noticed his back fur was gone.
We got him! Hooray for teamwork!
At that moment, all the farm animals led by Mother Goat arrived at the construction site, and they were appalled at what they saw.
Congratulations, my kids! You helped avoid a huge disaster from happening.
They cleaned up the site and planted new trees to make the area green again. What about the bad wolf? He's still running all around the forest without his fur.
I'll make you pay for this, you miserable little goats. You'll pay.
Once upon a time, far away from the city, Mother Goat and her 7 kids lived happily in a farm in the forest. All animals worked hard in the farm and lived in harmony, supporting one another. The division of work in the farm ran smoothly. Everybody did their part willingly. Of course, after all this hard work, a vacation was earned. Mother Goat was looking forward to going on holiday with her kids. The little goats were dreaming about their holiday.
I wonder where Mom is taking us this year.
I wonder that too.
I wish we could visit a faraway historical city.
I would like to get a nice tan at the beach and go swimming.
I want to go hiking, climb rocks, and watch the beautiful landscape.
I want to go scuba diving and swim with the fish in the deep waters.
And I want to get a tan in a secluded island and read books.
Just then, the door opened. It was Mother Goat. She opened her bag as the curious little goats watched. She got out a big envelope.
I got our vacation here.
She opened the envelope. There were 8 tickets.
Are we going by train?
By plane?
Where are we going?
Not one place, but many. We're going on a cruise ship.
The little goats couldn't believe their ears and began to dance happily.
Yay! It's going to be a great holiday.
See that? The ship even has a pool.
With a slide.
Hooray! Holiday! Here we come!
We're leaving tomorrow. Everybody prepare their own luggage. We should go to bed early tonight.
The little goats prepared their luggage excitedly and went to bed early. They all dreamed the same dream. A huge floating entertainment center with pools and game areas. They arrived at the port. The ship was much bigger than they had imagined. Meanwhile, a pair of eyes was watching the little goats from afar. It was none other than the big bad wolf. He was thinking about how to devour those happy, clueless little goats.
So, you're going aboard the ship then, you miserable little goats. So am I. We'll see what you'll do when you've got no place to hide in the middle of the sea.
It was departure time, and the little goats were so excited to visit the most beautiful islands. The ship finally left the port. People waving on the dock noticed that there was a stowaway on the ship. Of course, it was none other than the big bad wolf, sneering, waving back abaft. Once the ship sailed in the open sea, Wolf sneaked into the ship's stores to hide for a while. While Mother Goat was tanning, the little goats were running around on the very huge deck. Some were jumping in the pool and some used the pool slides. They were having a great time. Wolf left his hiding place wearing a disguise after a while. He could now blend in with the others. The bad wolf was walking back and forth by the pool, thinking about how to get his hands on the little goats. Then he saw Mother Goat laying down by the pool.
You silly wolf, why bother with 7 little goats? The mother would be enough.
He knew he had to come up with a plan at once. He began plotting.
All right, got it.
A few minutes later, a voice blared on the ship's loudspeakers. That voice was in fact very familiar.
Mrs. Mother Goat! Mrs. Mother Goat! You are expected at the restroom. Oh, not that. You are expected at the ship's store immediately.
Mother Goat got up when she heard Wolf's fake announcement.
You keep playing, children. I'll be back in a minute. Look after my belongings.
However, the little goats were suspicious of the situation.
Am I the only one who thinks this voice is familiar?
No, it's really familiar.
Something's going on.
It's like, this voice is...
Big Bad Wolf!
But Mother Goat didn't hear them and disappeared. The little goats got out of the pool immediately.
We have to do something now.
There has to be a way to earn Mother.
You two try to find where Mother went. The others stay with me.
2 little goats went after their mother at once. The other goats went to the stateroom to alert the captain about the situation. There was a sailor at the entrance of the stateroom.
What's up, kids? Lost your way?
No, we have to see the captain immediately.
What is it so important that you little kids want to see the captain?
There's a wolf on board.
Ha 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 ha! A wolf on board?
And he's after our mother.
So there's a wolf on board and he's after your mother.
You don't believe us?
Come on, kids, go play somewhere else. The captain has more important things to deal with.
Crestfallen, the poor kids left the stateroom and went back to the deck.
It seems we're gonna have to take care of it on our own.
The little goats that went after Mother finally found her. Bad Wolf had trapped Mother Goat in the ship's store.
We have to save our mother.
Be quiet. Wolf could be around.
Now you're doomed.
Bad Wolf captured one of the little goats, but the other one was fast and managed to escape. His heart was beating fast in his chest from fear.
Quick, help!
What's going on?
Bad Wolf captured our brother too.
Oh no!
What can we do now?
We'll save them.
But how?
I have a plan.
What are our chances against the big wolf? He's just so strong and huge.
He may be strong, but we can beat him using our brain. Remember, Mother always says, reason is superior to brute strength.
True. Let's get to work then.
The little goats huddled to come up with a plan to save their mother and sibling. Just then, Wolf had tied the little goat up next to Mother Goat.
Don't be scared, my child. We'll get out of here.
The little goats intended to save Mother Goat and their siblings before dinner time, or else it'd be too late. They went to the ship's door immediately. Once they got there, they began to shout as loud as they could. Soon after, Wolf got out to see what was going on.
Not only my dinner, but a whole month's food is here.
Wolf opened the door suddenly and lunged at the little goats. But the goats knew Wolf would fall for this trick, so they ran fast. Wolf chased after them. There was a lot of running around on the ship's hallways. The little goat skidded to a stop in front of an ajar door and went inside. Wolf did the same too and shut the door behind him. But to his surprise, Wolf found many children running toward him instead. Wolf then realized the little goats had tricked him, but it was too late. The children lunged at Wolf, some were tugging his tail, some were biting on his ear, and some took him for a pillow and hugged him tightly. Then, a child pulled Wolf's whiskers forcefully, so Wolf ran for his life and threw himself into the sea. Reason proved once more to be superior than brute strength. Mother Goat and the little goats happily continued their holiday.
Hey guys! Subscribe to our channel KONDOSAN and watch the most popular fairy tales, cartoons, and nursery rhymes. Don't forget to click the bell for notifications.